Hello, welcome everyone. I'm your host Stefan Burns, geologist, geophysicist, space weather guy. Kilauea Volcano on the big island of Hawaii is erupting for the 50th time as part of this sequence of eruptions. And this is record breaking. It broke the record at 47. That's when it tied, well, rather 48 is when it broke the record. It tied at 47 with the Pu'u'o'o eruptions, the lava fountains that occurred as part of that from 1983-1986, though those 47 took about 3 years. This 50th episode here occurring on the 27th of June 2026, and well, episode 1 started in late December 2024, so it's only been about a year and a half. So not only have there been more lava fountain episodes, they've also been faster, occurring sometimes at a pretty quick clip, other times stretching out to nearly a month in between. But in general, it's been quite a lot of lava fountaining at Kilauea, and this is part of an eruptive volcanic cycle that appears to be one of the largest in history. Now, right now, all these lava fountain episodes are contained within the Halemaumau crater. So there was a caldera collapse in 2018-2019. Now it's filling that back up again. None of this lava from these 50 eruptive episodes have gone out of Volcanoes National Park and caused destruction anywhere, though there has been tephra falling down and pumice and Pele's hair, which you can kind of see like right here. The ash cloud from this, by the way, is going up about 17,000 feet or 5,000 meters. So this is quite significant. We may see tornadoes during episode 50. That's in the title. The reason why is because we saw tornadoes last time. We can look at them right here. Here we see some lava tornadoes, I guess you can call them. These aren't formed through the typical way a tornado is formed. It's just there's enough convection and circulation due to lava fountain that you can get this sudden vortex to form. So we had these lava tornadoes basically form for episode 49. We've seen them before, but they're not that common. We actually had some tiny ones a little earlier in the stream. Here's another example. You just see kind of vortexing. And this is just again due to the very local circulation and heat flow dynamics at the caldera floor. Still though, when I see that, I think this is the coolest thing, because basically it's like the elements are in balance. You see fire element and you see air element side by side. Mother Earth sometimes tells you exactly what's going on and reveals to you all of her secrets. So we had these lava tornadoes with episode 49, and we very well may have them again with this episode here, episode 50, which is expected to last again about another 7 hours or so. We can look at our monitoring data, our tilt data from the USGS. So we'll switch over to that. Here we see our tilt data, and we see for the past 2 days. Here's the past week. I don't think this one, I guess it is accurate because it's showing it go way down. But here's the past week. We see that we're now below the value that we were about a week ago. And here's our 3 month. For some reason, the 1 month data is gone, but our 3 month is showing that we're maybe 1/4, 1/5 the way there. So we have another 7, 8, maybe even 9 hours left, but probably more like 7 or 8 hours left. But you'll notice that this eruption, this inflation for episode 50 went up higher than the prior ones here, going all the way back. And if you go to our past year, then you can really see this trend that we were on, where, let me increase the size for you, where we were having these pretty big eruptive episodes, lava fountains going to 1,500 feet, 400, 500 meters. Here's a really big one that occurred. And then that kind of cooled off. We had this odd inflation episode right here, and then they've been really short and frequent. Now we're starting to get back to some of these prior levels. We're getting close to it at least. So that tracks, especially considering that with this episode 50, lava fountains have reached 1,000 feet. So the past few, they've been reaching up to about 600, maybe 700, not really pushing past that. This time they did peak out at 1,000. Maybe we get that again a few hours from now. There are rhythms to this, but in general, that's what we're seeing. Now, keep in mind that it's, as I'm filming this right now, it's about 2 hours away from high tide for the day. So there's two tidal maximums. The one that was at around 12 to 1 a.m. was a pretty weak tidal maximum, but still a local maximum. The one that's occurring around, I think it's 2:34 p.m. local time, is quite a bit stronger, and the full moon is coming up in just 2 days. So right now the illumination of the moon is 95%. We do see this resonance with Kilauea erupting with these lava fountains, and it preferring to do that around new moon or full moons with the fortnightly tidal maximum. So here we see Kilauea having erupted, begun her 50th episode just shortly before that tidal maximum, about 3-4 hours before, and she'll be erupting through that. But that displacement, the tidal maximum, is about 2.3, 2.4 feet. So, before you actually get this huge lava fountain and that final pressure release, that extra 2-3 feet can be kind of significant within the magma chamber. So we just see these connections between tidal rhythms and the moon and the sun. Kilauea, we see a very clear solar cycle rhythm within volcanic data from Hawaii. That's interesting. You actually see that across, in general, Earth volcanic data. You see this solar cycle resonance there and more. So Kilauea has been very, very active now for a year and a half, and this could be a new phase. It already is a new phase, but what I mean is it could be a new phase of extreme activity. We don't know, but we know that the Pu'u'o'o eruptions lasted from 83 to 2018, finishing with a big eruption, a rift eruption in the east, and a big magnitude 6.9 earthquake in 2018. So this could just be getting started, and that was the biggest phase of volcanic activity from Kilauea in recorded history, like at least a few hundred years. So now we've seen 50 faster than the prior record, which was with that historic eruption cycle. That was 35 years long. So if that is the case, and I think it is, then this is really heating up pretty quick. Some evidence of that, I've discussed this before, but I'll show it again. Some evidence of that is if you go to Hawaii on the USGS earthquakes map, we do see some activity here over the past 24 hours, the 2.6, 2.6, 2.7, though none of those are necessarily special or significant in any way. But if you put on 30 days all magnitude, you see this giant swarm that pops up here. This has been ongoing now for 6-7 years or so. So you have what's known as the Pahala Sill Complex, about 30 to 50 kilometers underneath to the west of Kilauea, which is, we see up here, we do see a little bit of clustering of earthquakes around Kilauea. Here you even see, smoke plume coming up. This is the Halema Uma'u crater right here. This is what collapsed in 2018, 2019. Now it's refilling. Once it refills, if it does all the way from these lava fountain episodes, it will start to spill out. Or maybe we get another collapse because the weight overbearing will just collapse the chamber underneath. All this is possible. We don't know. But what we do see, because there have been tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of microquakes in this area, and you also see here Mauna Loa. So you have Kilauea here, and you have Mauna Loa there. You see this Pahala Sill Complex is located in between the two, 30-50 kilometers down. It's a sequence of horizontal sills. So these are effectively layers of magma. And every earthquake microfracture as part of this complex is further creating these horizontal layers. Magma fills it in. At the same time, the magma is pushing and generating these fractures. So this connects to both volcanoes. And as it builds capacity, you have effectively the potential for bigger eruptions. So this maybe has existed before and has collapsed and goes through these cycles. It's not like we're only talking about 1,000 years of history here. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of years of history on the Big Island. But this is relatively new for the past 6, 7 years. And we also see that when there's a significant push of magma coming up from depth, you can get the contents of these magmatic sills and dikes, dikes being like a vertical to diagonal sheet of magma, like a tube you could think of. We can get those sills and dikes to rapidly evacuate. And there's extensive lava tubes all across the volcano, and they host huge, huge, huge flow. So under the right circumstances, you could see a mass evacuation of magma stored in these complexes rush out to Kilauea and also potentially all the way to the East Rift Zone, which is where it erupted in 2018. And we see that destruction. Look at look what happened. A lot of homes lost. I think like 700 plus homes, and just cut across all the way down and lasted for months. And here we see it flowing out to the ocean. And this looks like it's all new land right here. I'm not exactly sure about that. Maybe it's covering, but the terrain change looks like this is new land. So, and there is always land being generated on the Big Island, and it will until eventually the hotspot moves off the Big Island and there's a new Big Island. So you see the other islands here, Kauai, quite a bit smaller, Garda Island, no active volcanism anymore. You see Oahu, no active volcanism anymore, but you do see remnants. For example, Diamond Head here, classic, ancient volcano and more. Maui is still active, still has one volcano. And the Big Island has multiple. There's five volcanoes here. You have Kilauea, Mauna Loa, Mauna Kea. You have one up to the north, and then you also have the Seamount volcano, which I think we're seeing right here with these earthquakes. So a lot happening at Hawaii, and it's the 50th eruptive episode from Kilauea. So I just want to let you know that as a result, we are throwing a sale at the website, which is earthevolution.com. And so if you want to pick up some products for 5% off, you can just go to earthevolution.com/store. You see the different products that we have here. And the code is ALOHA5, all one word, for 5% off till the end of month. We have our spirituality, herb coffee, different merchandise. All these tea blends we make and mix ourselves here in house. We also have these super optical clarity quartz crystals. These are awesome. They come in a 5-pack bundle, so you really get a good value. And we also now have our lapis lazuli crystals in stock from Afghanistan. So these are amazing, super, super fantastic feel to them. They're great massage stones. They just have a good energy to them, a good worry stone to put in your pocket. Great gifts because the color on them is incredible. Really nice polish. So we have these in stock now. If you like these sort of things, if you're a fan of geology and crystals and more, then you can pick one or multiple up. We do have them in stock, and we have a good amount in stock. And you will also see here that we have some products from Hawaii. So my friend Alohi, she has a company, Po Naturals, as you can see, and she sells a bug spray. This stuff is awesome. We have this in stock. Super effective, smells good. Actually, you can honestly just spray this on you to make you smell, fairly nice if you're going out, especially if it's like kind of humid and sweaty. So it's going to be a little weird. You just put that on and you'll smell good and fresh, but you'll keep the bugs away. She also makes this incredible muscle balm here. This is available, all made on the Big Island using natural ingredients, really incredible stuff. That's available. And the one thing I really want to direct you to today, because we have a big heat wave coming in the United States, it's all available United States only, is our fruit tea. Fruit tea makes an amazing iced tea. In fact, I have it right here. So I have some fruit tea. I've been sipping on it for the past few hours. And it's light, it's fruity, it's unsweetened, other than this what comes naturally. But it's not just sweet. It's got a little bit of complex flavor, and it's a blend of strawberry, elderberry, rose hips, hibiscus, and a little bit of lemon balm. So lemon balm is great because it's an anti-xylitic. Just helps you stay calm, cool, collected. If you have any problems like anxiety or things of that nature, lemon balm is what you want to be drinking. And then the elderberry and rose hips are really good for your immune system. Hibiscus for flavor and for color, and then the strawberry for tons and tons of flavor. So the fruit tea is really amazing. You see that you actually get a good amount of what we give you, right? A lot of tea blends, especially the store-bought ones, they'll put this big banner of, let's say, strawberry on the front, and then it'll be actually the fifth thing, and it'll just be natural flavored, like natural strawberry flavor. They won't even put strawberries in there. These are freeze-dried organic strawberries. They cost a penny, but happy to offer that to you all. And it's also, in addition to being really tasty and pleasing to drink, especially ice on a hot day, it's good for your immune system. And if you're getting sick, you can also drink this and it'll help you recover from that faster. So it does a lot of things all in one. We're offering that. Just wanted to bring that to your attention, considering that we have this heat wave coming through the United States soon. So you should pick it up now rather than later, and we'll get that shipped out hopefully on Monday if you're watching this on Saturday the 27th. But in general, we ship things out very, very quickly. So again, the code is Aloha5 for 5% off till the end of June in honor of the 50th lava fountain episode here from Kilauea, which has been so much fun to track over the past, that's right, we want this one, not that one, which has been so much fun to track over the past year and a half. We've been live streaming almost all of them. I am sorry that I missed episode 49. I was busy when it happened, and I was bummed because that's the episode where we had all the crazy lava tornadoes. So, but I was able to get some footage, from USGS, but then also my friend on the Big Island. He not only goes and photographs and videos them, he sells that artwork. So really incredible stuff happening at Kilauea, one of the world's most active, well, the world's most active volcano right now. The Hawaiian hotspot, by many estimates, is the world's largest mantle plume and hotspot. There's some people that, different definitions and ideas, but it's right up there in the top three, which would arguably be Iceland, Hawaii, and the African superplume. So it's right up there, and it really is a barometer telling you what's happening with the inner Earth. So the fact that we've had 50 episodes now in a year and a half really tells you that there's some changes occurring in the deep Earth. This doesn't mean it's the end of the world, which a lot of people seem to think is happening right now. And kind of understandably, considering Venezuela, it's not the end of the world though. It's just what the Earth does. She goes through these rhythms of activity. So really incredible stuff. And we're right now in the planning stage, by the way, for an event on the Big Island in September. So it's 97% chance it happens. Things are starting to come together. We're hoping to start selling tickets in July. So stay up to date on that. But as of right now, I can't confirm that we're doing this, but we'll be on the Big Island in the later part of September with an awesome multi-day event. And we're hoping to do a field trip to the volcano and to time it such that we can all see it. So that would be really cool. I'm having a good feeling about that, but we'll find out if it happens or not. We'll only find out in September. So yeah, but it looks like this eruption is going to continue on for a bit longer. Let me get a refresh and see what the latest message is from the USGS on Kilauea. It's the same message as before. I can put that back up for you here. And that is that the North Vent Fountain peaked between 11 and 12 noon, Hawaii Standard Time. And now the fountain's about 700 feet or 210 meters high, feeding a plume cloud to about 17,000 feet or 5,000 meters above sea level that's being blown to the southwest. So there could be Pele's hair, tephra, and ash that are coming down to the southwest of Kilauea. Thankfully, though, actually, yeah, that's actually hitting quite a few people. So I'm not sure how serious it was. They did have a message earlier saying to watch out for that, but that's not their current message right now. It looks like a lot of this stuff is being lofted up, but regardless, episode 50, it's here. It's been fun. So thank you all for joining in. I'm going to sign off, but the live stream will keep going. And yeah, we have a full moon coming up too. So enjoy the full moon. We have some big planetary geometry coming up beginning of July. I'll discuss that in a future update. And I also have a kind of a report update on Venezuela coming out tomorrow, I think. I recorded it this afternoon. And a lot of people have been asking for like a shorter update on what happened with Venezuela and kind of what to expect going forward, because all the updates I've done have been longer live streams. So I do have a video report coming out on that, hopefully tomorrow. Wishing you all well, thank you all, and I'll see you all again in another video.